Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. Now think about the most respected and trustworthy leaders in your industry. I bet they published a book. Whether you already have content prepared or you're starting from scratch, getting your expertise into a printed book with Lulu has never been easier and more profitable. Lulu's e-commerce plugins allow you to sell directly to your fans from your site while they handle all that printing and shipping stuff. You keep creative control, the customer data, and 100% of your profits. Create a free account with my friends at lulu.com today. Sometime during the middle of 2022, I became a Lizzo fan. Now, how did this happen, you ask? My wife and I just traded in our 2014 Mazda CX-9, which is our third CX-9. We are a Mazda family. And we traded it in for a 2020 CX-9 that looked exactly the same, except it was newer. This one came with a subscription to SiriusXM. So driving this old, new, bad boy Mazda home, I turned it to SiriusXM Channel 2, which is Hits 1. Hey, I'm not that old. I want to know what the youngsters and the whippersnappers are listening to. So lo and behold, Lizzo's To Be Loved song comes on, and I instantly fall in love with it. I get home, I go to Apple Music, and I download it to my phone. The next day, I listen to it, I kid you not, 10 times in a row on one of my longer runs. This may seem strange, but for those of you who really know me about how obsessed I get with things, in 2016, my wife almost killed me after I was listening to the Hamilton soundtrack for 2 months straight. And then there was that whole month of Ed Sheeran. She almost left me at that point. But I digress. Lizzo. A few days later, I decide to listen to the rest of her new album. And on that album, there's a track called A Very Special Message from Lizzo. It's Lizzo talking about how COVID was so tough and why she took so much time for herself to put together something great for her fans. It took 3 years. She says, and I quote, "I took my time for me, but I also took my time for you. I wrote almost 170 songs for this album to find these perfect 12 songs to bring to you because I felt that this was not only what I needed to hear, but you needed to hear, and the whole world needs to hear." Now she goes on and she talks about how the album is about love and positivity, and it is. It's a great album. I love the entire thing, and I look forward to seeing her someday in concert. So this message hits me pretty hard. 170 songs. She publishes only 12. That's 7%. Over 90% never sees the light of day. And then I thought, yes, editing. This is what a good editor does. Lizzo had many people, her editors and producers, work with her on what songs to publish, what content to publish, and edit further, and then distribute and promote. When I wrote The Will to Die starting in 2018 and then publishing it at the end of 2019, I had about 40,000 or so words that were either cut by my editor or I decided not to use. And honestly, it hurt my soul a little bit, but it was the right thing to do. I think too many content creators feel that they need to publish everything they create. No, you don't. Some of your work should not see the light of day. Now, I'm with Seth Godin that artists need to ship over and over and over, but not everything should. If we care about our audience, we'll prune for them and choose the stuff that will impact them the most. Another example for me is Creator Economy Expo. We received over 100 proposals for people to speak at CEX. Of those, we chose 11. 11 of 100. Now, if we accepted all of those, we would be doing you a disservice. Not all the content should see the light of day, right? Give it some thought. Be more like Lizzo. And if you get a chance and you're not a Lizzo fan, listen to a few of her songs. I think they're fantastic. Good luck.